What's the most important question in the world? Is it where does the earth come from? Or what happens when we die? Or is it as simple as what should I have for lunch? On a radio show back in the 50s, C.E.M. Joad, a professor of philosophy, was asked, if you could meet any person from the past and ask just one question, who would you meet and what would you ask? He answered, I would meet Jesus and ask him the most important question in all the world. Did you or did you not rise from the dead?
From Matthew chapter 28, verses 1 to 10. After the Sabbath, at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven, and going to the tomb, rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and became like dead men. The angel said to the women,
Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples. He has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you.
So the women hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them.
Greetings,
He said. They came to him, clasped his feet, and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them,
Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me.
The most important question in the world. C.E.M. Joad was right. The most important question in all the world is whether Jesus rose from the dead or not. Either Jesus is alive now and we can know him, or he's not and we can't. So, what is the evidence that Jesus is alive? First, Jesus was absent from the tomb. When Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb, they found the tombstone rolled away. They were told to go and see the place where he lay so that they could witness the fact that he was no longer there. I'd also add that it's highly significant that the first witnesses of the resurrection recorded in all the accounts were women. Women's testimonies at the time were widely seen as unreliable and not even admissible in most Jewish courts. And yet, in appearing first to them, Jesus affirms the importance and role of women in his new community. And it gives the story the unmistakable ring of truth as an eyewitness account, because there would have been no benefit for the early church to have invented this detail of the story. Second piece of evidence is the presence of Jesus with the disciples. These women actually saw Jesus. They met him and he spoke to them. They clasped his feet and worshipped him. Later on, many others saw Jesus. In fact, more than 500 people saw him on 11 different occasions over a period of 6 weeks. The third piece of evidence is the birth and growth of the Christian church. These women were utterly changed. They must have been devastated by Jesus' death. But here they were, filled with joy, and they rushed off to spread the good news. Nothing other than the physical resurrection of Jesus can explain the utter transformation of Mary Magdalene and the other Mary, and then of the disciples, which resulted in the explosive growth of the church. The final piece of evidence is the experience of Christians down the ages. These two women were the first to experience an encounter with the risen Jesus Christ, and since that day, countless millions of Christians have had the same experience. It's been said, a Christian believes in Jesus, not because he finds him by laboratory methods, but by actual contact with him. A Christian is something like an electric eel, which knows more about electricity than all the electrical engineers put together. It was on the basis of all this evidence that Professor Job came to faith in Jesus Christ in the last years of his life. His final book, in which he told of his newfound faith, was called Recovery of Belief. The implications of the resurrection are far-reaching. Think about these three extraordinary facts. First, you can be confident about your past. God raised Jesus from the dead. You can therefore be confident that the cross was effective and forgiveness is possible. Second, you can be confident about your future. By his death and resurrection, Jesus defeated sin, evil, and death. This means you can be forgiven, set free from guilt, anger, shame, addictions. You can be confident of the ultimate triumph of good over evil. And you need not fear the future, because death itself has been defeated. Third, you can be confident about your present. You can be confident that Jesus is alive today and that he is with you right now. You can hear Jesus speak to you primarily through the Bible, and you can speak to him as you pray. Let's thank God now for the life that the resurrection has made possible. Lord, thank you for the resurrection of Jesus. Thank you that through Jesus, it's possible to have the assurance of forgiveness, a secure future, and to experience the presence of Jesus with me each day.